Hey, Shalom, Ahchyam, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak. I would like to give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that's what teaching this truth, and much peace, love, and salutation to the elect, beginning with the 144,000, all the way down to the large multitude that believes and who the Lord will deliver in these last days. To you all I say Shalom. I'm the brother Tazamah from the Great Millstone Dallas camp, coming back today with another lesson. And I pray this will be edifying to the elect, man. And hey, man. Hey, man. Barakatah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rachak, man. This is just one step closer to us getting the fuck out of here, man. All right. Now, we know that there's a key prophecy that has to take place before, World War III really commences, which is the Mark of the Beast, or Motb. But hey, man, we're living in some exciting times, man. And Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai said it himself. All right, Salakia. Yahweh Shai said it himself in Matthew. All right, Matthew the 13th chapter, verse 16. All right, Yahweh Shai said, "But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye have seen." That many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. All right. Hey, we're living in some exciting times, Ahchyam. All right. Now, we got the news that America, Babylon the Great, actually just struck Iran. All right. They actually just struck Iran directly, which is a declaration of war. Okay. This isn't no America striking Afghanistan, America striking Iraq, America striking Syria. No, this is America striking Iran, which Iran ain't no hoes, man. Now, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has been, holding back Iran from, really making a move and striking things of that nature. But it's soon to be seen what's going to come. But we know according to prophecy, like it says in the book of Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, that Russia is going to get involved, man. Okay, Russia's going to get involved. Now, will they get involved in this particular aspect of it? It's soon to be seen. We don't know. But according to prophecy, we know, all right, that Russia is going to get involved in this conflict. All right. Now, I'm going to play a little bit of this.
Is coming down in just the last 5 minutes. The U.S. reportedly striking Iran directly. We want to go straight to News Nation's Libby Dean, live at the White House. Libby, what are we learning?
President Trump announced this on social media moments ago, Natasha, saying that the U.S. has joined Israel on its fight against Iran, striking nuclear.
What does the prophecy say, Deacon Akah? What does the prophecy say, Deacon Akah? All right. I ain't finna even call you no deacon. What does the prophecy say, Akah? Because you want to talk shit about the prophecy and say this ain't what it's talking about. What does Jeremiah 49:20 say? Jeremiah 49 verse 20 says, "Therefore hear the counsel of Yahweh, that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes, that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out." Who was the least of the flock drawing out Babylon the Great or America? Israel. Okay? Them small hats, man. And this is all going according to plan of what these small hats want to do. They've always been involved in dragging America into war. The war in Iraq was pretty much set up by Israel, the state of Israel. Okay, the whole weapons of mass destruction in Afghanistan, Israel. I'm sorry, Syria. That was Iraq, excuse me. But the whole terrorist regime in Israel, Afghanistan, that was Israel. Syria. Israel's behind that, but America is Israel's hoe. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. This is all leading up to the great showdown that's going to be in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, like it says in Joel, the 3rd chapter. Let's get that real quick, and I'm going to come back to this. Okay? This is big news, man. Joel 3. And I'm going to read verse 1, then I'm going to jump down. It says, "For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem." You see, so the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, the true Israelites will be brought back. this is also another clue of who's in the land of Israel today. They can't be the true chosen people because the true chosen people will be in captivity. The so-called Israelis over there in the state of Israel aren't the true chosen people. They're not in captivity right now. They control everything. They run everything. So in the time when the Lord would bring forth again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, these events will be taking place. Verse 2, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Where is the valley? What does Jehoshaphat mean? Jehoshaphat means Yahweh's judgment, Yahweh's Shabbat, which is Yahweh's judgment, right? And I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel. You see that? And who it says, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. You see that? This is going into the nation of Israel today. The nation of Israel today, who they are as people, right? Which are small hats, all right? Which have, at the end of the day, been set up by Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, okay, to bring forth all this chaos that we see in the Middle East. You see, but the true chosen people will be scattered. So hold on, who's the people in the, who's the true chosen people? Who's the people in the land right now compared to the true chosen people? Remember, it says that Judah and Jerusalem would be scattered. This is the future prophecy that we're reading about, right? Jumping down. Verse 12, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat or Yahweh Shabbat. For there I will sit to judge all the heathen round about. And that's over there in the Middle East or Western Europe or Eastern Europe, excuse me. As I like to call it the Middle East, but it's really Eastern Europe. Okay? The Lord is gathering all these nations together in the Levant region of the earth for what? For World War III, which is biblical prophecy. It says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for the wickedness is great. The wickedness of these heathen are great, specifically for Esau. Multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. You see that? The day of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is near. Why do you think there's been all these eclipses, specifically the Great American Eclipse that crossed out America? Why is that the case? Why was there an eclipse that literally crossed out America? And it passed through cities. What was the cities that it passed through? I want to say it was like cities named after Assyria or Nineveh, if I'm not mistaken. But why was that the case? Because the Lord is getting ready to bring forth judgment. So going back to Jeremiah 49, the earth is moved at the noise of their fall. At the cry, the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea. You see that? The Red Sea's over there in that region. All right. The Red Sea, all right, is west of Saudi Arabia. And the Persian Gulf is east of Saudi Arabia in that region of the world, in that region of the world, man. Okay.
Nuclear facilities, 3 nuclear sites within Iran. I want to read the statement in full for our viewers from the president. He says, we have completed our very successful attack on 3 nuclear sites in Iran, including Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. All planes are now outside of Iran airspace. A full payload of bombs was dropped on the primary site, Fordow. All planes are safely on their way home. We were tracking this throughout the day, Natasha, those B-2 bombers that were headed there, and he is now saying they have attacked Fordow. This post goes on to read, congratulations to our great American warriors. There is not another military in the world that could have done this. Now is the time for peace. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Throughout the day, we were tracking.
Now is the time for peace. What was it? The scripture says, when they shall say peace and safety, matter of fact, let me get it. When they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as to travail upon a woman with child, man. You see? So, hey, man, it's getting ready to go down, man. I just wanted to report on this, man. You know, Lord's one that's edifying to the elect. I want to say all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai B'Shem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders, a great millstone that taught us his truth and also teaching his truth. Much peace, love, and salutation to the elect. Until next time, I say shalom.